He's right now.
Red eyes?
Yeah, we are live.
MRX. Oh, don't forget to turn the sound down.
I just did.
Okay. That's the worst.
About just to get some more.
All right. All right. We are ready for our pre-show warm-up.
Yep, Snaggletooth Minions, we're back. Yep.
Oh, and before I forget, our sponsor this week is Lame Excuse Seltzer.
Yay, let's have some.
Doesn't have a lot of taste, but I somehow just effervescence itself away.
Just on the phone with my brother last night, argued for 3 hours over which disc of Metallica's live shit was the best. I'm a Seattle man. He likes Mexico City. 4 hours. Anyway, these are the things that we discuss at length. So anyway, so we had a great show for this week. Hysterical material, great interview. Um, you're just gonna love us to pieces after this. But before
And
that,
3 great Death Airs bands
yeah,
as
absolutely.
well.
Yeah. But before we get to that, I was reminiscing the other day. I had a friend in high school. His real name was Dave, but for some reason we called him the Eyeball. I don't remember why.
Name? Did he only have one eye? Was
He
he
didn't
Mike
have
Wazowski?
No, we didn't have like a third iron like that. That's just part of the randomness of my youth was just we would give people these random names and they would stick. He was a weird guy. He was an only child, right? He's the only person I ever knew that his parents had a bird room, like a whole big room, like as big as this room.
Like the zoo?
It was just filled with bird cages, exotic birds like toucans and parrots and shit. Yeah,
I can
like a
imagine
bird room.
a lot of seeds and poop as well.
And they had the birds had weird names, like they were all named after people. Pope Pius II was one of them, and Mickey Dolenz from the Monkees.
Okay.
Um,
Did they all have last
they
names?
all had last names. Yeah,
Weird.
yeah. A lot of them could talk, and they would say weird things like, "It smells like peanut butter in here," and "I'm on the other line." And I'm like, "You're not on the phone, bird."
My mom had a bird growing up, and of course, birds will parrot what they hear.
Mhm.
Well, my grandparents were really big for having people over.
Yeah.
So they would always, the bird, first thing was, do you want a beer? Do you
Oh
want a
my.
beer? Which is a great thing.
It's 6 o'clock in the morning.
And the other,
Scotch?
and the other great thing he said, because my grandmother did not like him, was damn bird.
No, interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
They can say all kinds of neat things. Anyway, back to your
And we
story.
used to go over to Dave's house and we would just smoke pot and listen to Yes and Pink Floyd for hours. I remember I brought over a Budgie record one time because he had Budgies. And we studied the album like it was the Shroud of Turin or something. It was like, why is there a song called Zoom Club? What is a tire fitter? Anyway, Dave's parents were weird too. His dad would draw intricate cartoons on his brown lunch bag every day. Like I looked forward to his lunch bag every day. It would like be like cartoons of like men talking to toasters and stuff. Kind of
Wow.
weird. And he would always write, "This is David's lunch" at the bottom. Like little artwork. Yeah.
Yes.
I used to hang out at his house, spend the night sometimes, and he and his dad liked to eat Frosted Flakes, but they would let the cereal sit in the milk ahead of time,
Yeah.
so it was extra soggy.
Why didn't they just eat oatmeal at that point? With some
Yeah, I don't know
sugar?
anyone else who wanted soggy Frosted Flakes. It was
That was the
gross.
point. Snap, crackle, punch, not soggy, boggy, moggy.
Ugh, yeah, and his dad would make these ridiculous claims like he invented the squeegee
Okay.
just out of the blue. Um,
Also, Ziploc bags.
When we went to the pizza place, we would always steal Dave's fries. So he started putting like mayonnaise and mustard on them, which he didn't like, but it would keep us from eating them. So he'd rather like put this toxic substance on there. Yeah. Weirdo. Also, I went to his house for Groundhog Day one time. His mother made a groundhog figure out of ground beef and cooked it. So it looked like we
Wow.
were eating a groundhog. It was actually really good, but weird.
Groundhog loaf.
Yeah. One time he came to school, his hair was all messed up, right? It was like greasy and like tousled. And I said, "What happened to you?" And he goes, "Oh, my sister came into the bathroom and threw Alka-Seltzer into my hair.
The seltzer.
He couldn't wash it out, I guess.
I mean, olive oil?
Alka-Seltzer. He said it.
That's oily?
He said he heard rip. She said she'd use the bathroom, so he closed the shower curtain, and he heard rip, and then here they come.
Plop, plop,
Plop,
fizz,
plop,
fizz.
plop, fizz, fizz, yeah. yeah.
Okay.
He sat near me in physics class, right? And we had a lab project in physics where we had to make a car that would run on a model rocket engine,
Uh-huh.
right? And we were gonna measure like speed and force and all this shit, right? The speed of or the acceleration speeds and all this shit. The teacher had an earnest plan for it. But we, for some reason, I think we were going through kind of a Jimi Hendrix phase. We decided that the car had to have a giant afro. That was all we cared about. So we had this huge ball of curly hair in the middle of the car. It was like our
My
top part. I
God.
mean, it might have had fucking square wheels for all I remember, but it had the afro. And when it came time to fire up the model rocket engine, of course the hair ignited, the entire car burst into flames, and the teacher was really mad because we couldn't do any of the equations because
God.
our car burned up. There was zero acceleration, and we were like, "Bitchin', yeah."
Oh my God. Well, apparently you guys learned nothing from the Michael Jackson Pepsi
Pepsi incident, yeah,
incident.
yeah.
Woo.
Hmm.
Maybe put Jerry curl on there too.
Anyway, this is Dave the Eyeball reminiscing about Dave. Dave, if you're out there, get in touch, man. Anyway, we got a great show planned for you guys. It's going to be hysterical. I'm really excited about it. And you're going to love the guest. She's very smart and she makes great music. So we will have the show up at the end of probably tonight.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'll say goodbye.
Don't forget to tune in later and we'll see you soon.